Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Today we're going to make ginger snap cake with caramel drizzle. So all you need for this is a spice cake mix, which I'm using Duncan Hines. And you just make it like according to package directions, and you'll put it in two 9-inch round pans. So for that, I just need the cake mix. I need 1 cup of water. I've preheated my oven to 350 already. I need 1/2 cup of cooking oil. I like canola, but you can use vegetable oil or corn oil, whatever you like. And I need 3 eggs. So put those in. And my oven just finished preheating. And just mix that up till it's mixed and combined well, like so. It doesn't take that long to mix these cake mixes together. You don't want to overbeat them, just until you get them combined really good. So it is now mixed. And we'll pour it into our pans. So we're going to divide it into our pans 1/2 and 1/2. I'm using 9-inch rounds. You can use 8-inch round. They just take a little bit longer a couple of minutes longer, not a lot longer, to bake than the 9-inch, which is what I'm using. So now I'll take, and I like to shake them a little, do this, and it gets bubbles out. Okay. Now bring them over here, and we'll stick them in the oven. We'll set our timer for like 25 minutes and let those bake. Now, the other thing that you're going to need for this recipe is cream cheese frosting. So I'm going to make my own, and if you want to make your own, you're going to need an 8-ounce package of cream cheese that you leave out to soften at room temperature. And you're going to need about 1/4 of a stick of butter at room temperature to get soft. You're going to need 16 ounces of powdered sugar or icing sugar, which is 1/2 of one of the the plastic packages, or 1 box of the powdered sugar that's 16 ounces. And then at the end, we're going to need our ginger snaps to decorate our cake with. And then we'll also make a caramel drizzle, and for that we need 1/2 of a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 of a cup of whipping cream, or 1/2 and 1/2, 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of butter. So I've got the ingredients out. We're not going to make that part yet. I'll show you how to make that part once we get to that stage. So what we're going to do right now is let our cakes bake, and then when they're done, we'll come back and we'll start on the next step. All right, y'all, our cakes are out, and they've been cooling for a few minutes, probably 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do while they finish cooling is I'm going to go ahead and make my cream cheese frosting and my caramel drizzle. So what you need for the cream cheese frosting, again, is 1 8-ounce package of softened at room temperature cream cheese, 1/4 or so butter, a stick of butter, a 1/4 cup that's been softened at room temperature. We're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 16 ounces, which is 2 cups of the powdered sugar, and just a tiny bit of milk to make it consistency that we need for spreading the frosting. So the first thing you'll do is take this butter and cream cheese and cream them together like so. And if you watch my other videos, you've seen me make this cream cheese frosting before. It's really easy to make. It's not a complicated process. So now I'll add powdered sugar. And I've already used half this bag, so I'll just end up using this other half of this bag. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in my teaspoon of vanilla. All right, and just a tiny bit of milk. Probably 1 to 2 tablespoons is all I'll start out with. And then I'll go from there and see how much more I need to add based on the consistency of it. You don't want to add all the milk at first because you could get your frosting too runny. But I'm going to need just a little bit more so I can blend it well. Again, slowly. You don't want to put too much in at once. And start out on low with your mixer so you don't fling powdered sugar out all over the place. If you turn it on high from the beginning, it's going to go phew. Now that it's all mixed in, I can mix it the rest of the way, like so. If you're going to buy your cream cheese frosting to make this cake, then get 2 of the cream cheese flavored pre-made frostings in the store, just because that way you'll make sure that you have enough to frost your whole cake with. So now that we've made that part, we can put some stuff away and make our caramel drizzle, because that's ready. That's all it takes. Literally 2 minutes and you're good to go on that. Now, for the caramel drizzle, what you're going to need is obviously a saucepan and something to stir with. And then we're going to need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar that's packed. Then we're going to need a 1/4 cup of either cream or 1/2 and 1/2. I'm using cream. 2 tablespoons of butter. And 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla. All right, now we're going to heat this over medium to medium-high heat until it all combines and melts together. And then we'll cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. We'll turn the heat down a little bit, and you just cook it like that until it becomes a thinner, not too thin, like a medium consistency caramel sauce. And then you gotta let it cool before you drizzle it over the cake so it won't melt your cream cheese frosting. So we're gonna make this part, and then once it's ready and we're ready to frost everything, we'll be back. All right, y'all, we're ready. So our caramel sauce, the drizzle is all done, and as you can see, it's sticking to the spoon and coming down, and it's cooled off enough. So what we're going to do is ice this cake and then drizzle our sauce and put our ginger snaps on there. So when I do a 2-layer cake, and I'm not a professional at this, But this is still how I do it. I'll take a good amount of the frosting and put it in the center, like so. And then I spread it over the cake, like this. And I'll add more if I need to. Then I take my other one and set it on top. So. And then put some on it. And then we'll cover the sides. And I'll just try to get it even and neat if you can. It's a homemade cake. It doesn't have to look like you made it in a bakery or something, but you know, you want it to look pretty so people will be like, whoa, look what you did. So now put some on the sides. Like so. And it's going to have a drizzle on it. So it's alright. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. Get enough coverage. And this takes a minute, doesn't take very long. And then if you have one of these, they're nice because you can go around the side and smooth it out. And smooth it across the top. Like so. Now, there's our drizzle. I don't know how well it's going to drizzle. It's wanting to get congealed on me a little bit. It said to let it cool, but I'm thinking maybe we should let it get stayed warm. I was just going by what my recipe said. Next time I will let it, I'll do it when it's warm. But it's going to be all right. It's more important how it tastes than anything. All right. Now, you'll take your ginger snaps and you want to put some on the top for decoration. And then you're going to put some around the sides, like so. The recipe says it needs about 24. So I don't know how many I'm putting on here. I'm just doing it until I run out of space. And they should stick to the frosting. And then you're done. you have made a ginger snap caramel cake. Now there's only one thing left to do. Try it. So let's give it a try. See what we think. Sharp knife. All right, we'll come over here and cut a little piece. And there it is. All right, let's try it. See what we think. That's perfect. It's so good. If you like my video making homemade ginger snap caramel cake, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Please go back and watch my other videos. And I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see y'all next time in Nini's Texas Kitchen.